Good morning, good morning. What's up, what's up? Welcome back. Remember that day trading is risky business. Day trading is risky. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Trade in a simulator. Utilize small size. I think it's my blue shirt that's causing this thing to go wild. I think it is. I'm cooked. The blue shirt is frying the camera here for some reason. But you guys are not here to see me. As handsome as I am, you guys are here to see the trades, the charts, the screens. So right now we're a little patient, just waiting to see if something else comes here for the pre-market session. If not, I think the open is going to be the one to really give us the boost. Good pre-market session, but not really happy with it because DSY, the hottest stock, initially I thought it was just a little too thin and essentially didn't. I'm red on it. Red on it, $140. So anytime you're red on the hottest stock of the day, it's not really a great day, you know. So just a little disappointed with that. If it had a little bit more volume, I think I could have done great on it, but it wasn't hitting all of my criterias perfectly. So I think that's what really like threw me off, you know. The chat room so flattering. Karma, shout out to you, man. So DSY, if we come back to it, is still holding above the VWAP, and in this very moment, it seems as if this might be the stock to continue at the open, which could be good, right? Could be good, could be a good thing. I was kind of hoping for something a little cheaper, though, I will say. So if we rotate through, is anything else holding up really well? VSME also holding up fairly well. Let's put it on the other screen. As you're tuning in, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Also, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. I might take this shirt off because this camera thing is like frustrating me. Hold on, give me a sec. We'll go to the disclaimer screen for the people now tuning in. If changing the shirt did nothing, I'm putting that shirt back on. Okay, it did something. Yeah, I think the blue was messing with the camera. Maybe my camera is too cheap, or the settings is not set right. So, where were we? Oh yeah, looking to see which stocks are going to hold up for the open. So we got DSY, VSME, CIIT. I think this one was cooked. Yeah, this one is not so good looking in the moment. CHOW below the VWAP. I'm not interested in anything really below the VWAP unless maybe intraday after the open we get a halt going up and like a strong move or something. CPOP. The penny stocks today were not good. They all kind of went up and then sold off like immediately. So if you were not careful and you didn't wait for confirmation, you could have got caught. Big Steve, the pre-market was good. However, the hottest stock DSY, I thought it was just a little too thin for me. Didn't quite hit all my boxes, and I needed to be better at probably taking the Big Steve setup. So I kind of cooked myself sadly in the pre-market. Didn't I'm green, but like the kind of green that I'm seeing in my mind relative to where I am. I don't feel FOMO necessarily because again I didn't think the stock quite hit everything I needed, but disappointed, you know. I'm a little disappointed. The stock went from 4 to 11, back down to 5, and then up to 11, back down to 7, up to 11, like 4 times, and I'm red on it. So I need to study more is the only thing I can see. I have to go back and try to study the charts. Maybe watch over the volume to see if there was something that I missed, and pay attention to key entries that I've been studying in study sessions because just frustrating to miss that kind of move like that. So I think DSY, and you know, it's back up here. I think this one and VSME are going to be the top 2 at the open. They're the 2 that are still above the VWAP. So, another bull flag here. That's working out. Man, let's go to single screen. Can we point this thing down a little bit more? So that stupid thing at the top doesn't keep blurring up. Yeah, we're at highs. Highs are at 1116. Man, puts me in a tight situation. I'm gonna wait for the open, which is still another 17 minutes. I typically don't do my best here. I mean, it's super high already. I'm gonna just be patient and wait. Let's just make sure everything is in gear. DSY. It's gonna be volatile. I gotta start off by being careful. It is a $10 stock. The goal here is not to have a big blow up loss at the open and then find ourselves having to dig out of a hole. Can we pace ourselves to at least just get a small cushion and then just kind of go from there, right? I'm trying to avoid that big red start by any means necessary. But the moment we get some sort of like, you know, rhythm with the stock after the open, I got to try to pedal to the metal, as they say, to get some good gains. Trying to bring this trading strategy / momentum to South Africa. That sounds interesting. I'm interested in going there, but I don't know if it's on the timeline. We got a couple other places this year, but for sure, you know. I don't know if you're in the chat room. If you're in the chat room, we can talk. We can talk a little bit. If you're not in the chat room, however, it might be cooked. So I'll post the link for you so that you can be with us and not in the depths. Because once the live stream is done here in an hour, you're not going to see me again till tomorrow for another hour. Right? You see, this is for me the issue. Like I'll try the new high and it's just topping wicks. I would have needed to be in somewhere lower, man. Dash, are you watching me? If you're watching me, you're cooking me right now, bro. You're cooking the pastor into oblivion. Oh man, but totally cool, totally cool. All right, we have about 15 minutes to the open. Ohad, just turn on the live stream. There you go. The live stream is on, bro. Don't worry. I'm gonna make you proud today. I know you can't trade the open because of the lag. So I'm gonna trade the open for you. I'm gonna show you what greatness awaits here in the next 13 minutes. Guaranteed is how confident I am. The moon is calling my name. The pastor is ready. Ready to fly high, ready to win, ready to lead the charge, ready to lead the team into endless victory in this brand new trading day here. So we have a cushion. Again, the goal is not to be super aggressive too early to blow up the day and then have to, you know, dig ourselves out of a hole. But instead, I'm going to start in like a medium size share size, right? A medium range share size. So that way, even if it is a little tough at the open, we're not going to be, you know, getting destroyed too much. But then the moment we start to see something holding up, good pattern, good setup, we're connecting, we're going to try to push a little bit more and really capture some of the good opportunities here. I was born for this, so I feel no nervousness. I feel like I'm in a natural state here, you know, because this is the momentum that we've dreamed of for so long, for almost like a year. We haven't seen stocks hold up and make a new high. You know, in the past, you'd get 1 or 2 minutes of green candle, stock flush back down. So, you know, I feel comfortable. It's a matter of managing risk and doing what we do best. Trade and have a good time. Okay, time-wise, we got 10 minutes to the open. Again, VSME also another one I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Jeez, they are loud out there. I got to close my window. My neighbor's doing some construction. Or maybe they're mowing the lawn. I can't tell. What I don't love is that this stock is at $10 already, right? There's no real issue other than that once we get up to like 20, let's assume it is strong and we can get to 20 because we're in such a hot market condition. There's going to be a lot of opportunities, but it's also where the risk can become a little more exponential, right? I think yesterday I did myself a disservice. I stopped trading around $17 or $16. It might have been a little too soon because there were 2 dip and rip entries, or at least just 2 entries, let's say, that came that offered like $7 a share between the 2 trades, right? I mean, I was there like, damn, I stopped trading a little too soon, maybe, because I know from the past, like once we get up there, if the spreads aren't tight and the range isn't limited to the downside, you can start getting those $2-3 a share drops. And if you're wrong with averaging the dip, you know, nobody wants to lose that kind of money in one trade. So, yeah. I think today I'm going to use Webull mostly at the open here. If I need limit orders to be a little bit more, what's the word, intricate, let's say, I will go back to Sage and Guardian. If not, I'll probably just stick to market orders here at the open. We got to keep in mind to always change our order entry window to the correct stock on Webull. The last thing we need to be doing is trading the wrong stock with size, especially. So we also got to be careful. We got to be intentional. I think the word is meticulous. You guys know I left school so long ago. My vocabulary might be, can't use the word cooked here. My vocabulary might be, let's just go for annihilated. It might be Dunzo. GLE, stocks I'm not interested in. Today is the day to just focus on the 2-3 hot stocks that come. That's it. Nothing on the side. No side dishes today. Only the main course. If DSY was a little bit more thick in pre-market, though, in this move, boy, oh boy, I think I could have done some real numbers. But when I assess the risk, as in, how easily can I lose if this thing happens to not be strong? It was just too much risk. And in the event that it is strong, but, you know, you're not able to catch the dips properly because that's part of it, right? The only thing that could have fought against this argument is that, hey, the market is so hot that maybe the wind will be to your back. Just go for it. That's the only thing I could have maybe said differently in my mind to give it a shot. But I kept to my small share size hotkey at first. I did have a few trades of like 30 cents here and there, but it didn't grow. It didn't grow on me. So we went from $2 up to 11. Quite impressive, really. Sub VWAP dip curled up. The way how my strategy is set up now is just so difficult to even consider red to green trades like this. You know, sub VWAP is typically not an area I want to be taking an entry, but sometimes these are the trades that just, you know, from 460 to 1016. So, but other people with other, you know, variations of the strategy or their own strategy, sometimes they'll say, hey man, I'm going to go for it right here. And then this thing just rips to the moon. This time it kind of closed above VWAP, which was good. Maybe this is an area I could have been a little bit more aggressive into this new green candlestick. Smaller bold flag with a topping wick here into a big extension. The SME over 420s can open up and fill some gap up to the highs. Pre-market highs currently at 659 rather, 659. We got about 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Four minutes to go. I did I did take some losses along the way though today. Like one particular stock, I broke my rule and I over traded the new high. I'm not supposed to do that. The new high, it needs to be maybe even stronger than the first high of day, which is rarely the case, right? Sometimes. Usually the first move is the best move, and the second leg is somewhat like 70-80% of the first move in terms of the strength. But obviously, with this market here, over the last few days, we've had second, third, fourth legs that maybe might have been bigger than the first leg, right? Especially as we get more expensive in price, we can move up a few dollars a share more quickly, and a stock can, essentially go from 2 to 8 and be a great move. But then when it gets to 20 and goes to 60, in comparison, dollar share wise, the move is that much bigger, right? So to lock in a little bit more, let's just check some levels here, make sure everything is looking good. What potential setup am I seeing? So we had a red to green into a small consolidation here, bit of an extended flag. We broke out of that flag and then we rejected. Now we're kind of getting these lows, so I could pay attention here. Maybe potential setup coming up. El Pastor, feeling good. I'm going to start off with just around 1,000 shares, just to, get a good feel, keep things tight. And then, but even then, there's risk, right? You can lose $1 a share on this type of price range, so got to be careful, nevertheless. And then the other one, we're between 320s and 420s, a bit of $1 a share range right there. About a minute to go. My Microsoft position is back to flat after being up like 2K in this account I was showing you guys. Like 2,500, I think. DSY getting ready a little early here. Son of a gun. Hopefully there's no lag at the open today, because we've been seeing some lag. Damn it, bro. I knew it. I should have fucking went for it. Don't halt. Don't halt. Dip, dip, dip. You son of a gun. Good move. Good move. A great move to start. Holy smokes. I did contemplate just taking it in my pre-market account, but damn. $300 loss there trying to get that dip. Let me switch to the other one. Lucky to only lose 350 on that. VSME also struggling a little bit here. Damn, bro, I should have caught that. I should have caught that. I had the intuition, but I kind of wanted to wait a little bit. So VSME here. Damn, bro, that was a clean trade. This one definitely not showing any weakness despite the other stock selling off there. We got a high of 482. The halt's at 504. I'm gonna miss that dip there. Highs are at the halt's at 528. So far, so good. One stock gave a good move, halted down. This other one is holding up so far. The range is pretty tight for now, which is good. Halt levels now 533 with highs at 499. Bit of a false breakout there. I'm seeing some very good things. What I'm hoping is we get another extension. with this type of hotter market though, if this happens to be the stock and we're gonna go to 10, I feel pretty good. There's a new low there in the consolidation. DSY looks like it was a 10-minute halt. Bit of a slower start for me, right? I missed that breakout before the halt down. And here I'm kind of going a little slow, but I see something that I like here. But, you know, if we get the next extension, I'll be able to capture some more. I see what I like. I see exactly what I need. Right now, I'm just going to be patient. And the moment we get the next leg, it should be destruction time. Time. What's the time? I'd say it's definitely a little tough to get some of the fills you want. So it seems like you just got to go for it, and you get filled wherever you get filled. You know. All right. I'm gonna make millions on this stock. Watch watch this next leg here. Let's see what this thing does. Will we see the breakout here? Will we see the breakout, or will it take another minute or two, maybe 3? I didn't really get a chance to get a great entry down there, so kind of stuck like Chuck here. Stuck like Chuck. Stuck like Chuck. Yeah. Mm-mm. It's gonna go at some point, but you know, and I'm not in. Is this it? This looks like it might be it. It's a little it's fluctuating a little bit, but it could go. Chop, chop, chop. Bro, I hate that I'm just, I didn't get a great entry, so I'm trying to give it a chance, but it's a little tricky. Bro, I will prevail on this sweet, sweet day. I'd say a little bit of a fumble, but in that very first trade. But other than that, so far so good. Doing what I need to do to get to success here. Watching and waiting. I think it's still bullish for now. We still haven't gotten that second extension yet. Still consolidating. Unless it breaks down because of the kind of market that we're in, I think it's at least still worth watching. The other one did resume and went a little lower. Just disappointing that we had that halt up and then immediately halted down with a big flush out. I'm a little disappointed though. I'm not gonna lie. I missed that trade, and I knew it was coming. I just needed to take the risk, you know. It was there for the taking. The SME, I'm having issues getting in properly, so it's kind of leaving me out to dry a little bit. And this move is going to happen randomly, right? So it's so difficult to capture. It's just going to go whenever it's ready, whenever that volume really comes. I'm chopping around a little bit on the stock, which I don't like. Plus 700, then, you know, back down and... It's just going to go on its own accord. Oh, I got fucking blazed. Damn, bro. I took all the trades I needed to take, but I got cooked. See, in a hot market, that's not supposed to happen, but... Damn, son. I already made like 400 plus in the first trade at a little smaller size. Sized up at the plate and got killed. I'm red 1K now for the open. After being green like 600. Oh, that is brutal. So both of our strong stocks kind of just got smoked. Frustration kicking in. The issue with that stock just now is that for me, you know, it didn't really retest the lows, you know, like it kept making like a higher low and it's just tough to. So I got like a 25-cent winner on VSME, and then I sized up aggressively over 5, thinking the continuation. And that's where I got blazed. Blazed, blazed, blazed. Give me my destiny, DSY. DSY. Will we see something here? Over 9? Maybe not quite. The open a little lackluster today relative to prior days. HWH, does it look good? We're going to more than likely get something or 2 or 3, but we have to make sure to pace ourselves because it might take some time before something good happens. Bro, Who's the seller, bro? Who's the seller? Haul down? What's it? Oh, okay. Held. About to say. Oh, the haul down's at 670. Never mind. Quite the, quite the pullback there, huh? Yo. KB. Is KB still alive today? KB. Don't let the open be so soft. We gotta show these short sellers something. We gotta show them a little something, something. For all the year-long drought. We're gonna show them something. This stock is gonna be great if it just does if it does the red to green over time. Right now it's kind of slow and sloppy, but when this beauty comes alive, I'll be dancing with her all day long. The halt's at 10. The halt's at 10:58. She's close to being what I need it to be, but it's not quite there just yet. Still got to keep things tight. Still got to be careful. Okay, it's heating up. I didn't get to get that last trade there, but okay, fine. Ay, ay, ay. Fuck. My fill right there gets cooked. You got to be careful of it fluctuating as you're trying to jump in, right? Damn, boy. She is a beauty, indeed. All right. I gotta size up now. Now as the day really begins here. Bro, I'm gonna go risk it all, bro. I don't care. It wasn't, I don't think it was super clean, but it was clean enough. It's trying to halt up here. Oh, I made like 2,400, but I was red on it. I was red like that 400. So I'm only up 1,800 in stock, and I'm red on the other stock 600. So only green 1,200 at the open here. Bro, I'm gonna become one of the greatest of all time, bro. Watch. I'm gonna become one of the best in the galaxy. Pastor will do it for the team. We got 1262 highs. Got cooked right there. Risk is real as usual. What I need is like another reset so I can like get into a rhythm again. Right now it's in a weird place, right? We're at highs, we're not really making a new high. That was good. Not in there. That was good. High of day again at 1270. Got to step it up here. Bro. Mm, 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 mm. Fuck. I missed that shit, bro. Damn. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Bro, it just bounced so quick. Damn, son. I'm not getting to get into like a great rhythm. I'm missing too many good trades, man. Me, dude. I should have already been up massive. Big Steve, you and I both, bro. You and I both. It's a tough one. Ah, bro, how many times am I gonna miss a good trade, man? Jeez Louise. I'm losing my mind slightly. I don't have buying power in my account to take the size I try to take, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. I needed to fund this account some more. Forgot. And I missed a trade. I missed another trade. Oh, damn, bro. That would have been an 8K trade. Or not an 8K trade, a 3K trade. Jeez, money going to the wind. It might halt up here. Bro, this is freaking generational fumble for me, man. Bro, I'm sending 100K at least to this account today. I should have remembered since 2 days ago. It's starting to feel for me like the train has left the station, so I need to be very careful. It's not halting up and it's super extended, and I fell victim to this twice yesterday, which was trying to dip. Not gonna do it. I need to leave it alone here. There might be like a $3-4 a share dip in my opinion. Coming soon. Now the bottom of that dip will be a great entry, but catching the bottom is the problem. How do I not make way more? Bro, I can't allow this to happen to me, bro. There's no way. Yeah, it's just too extended at this point. The OHAD is watching and I'm fumbling. Bro, I'm green 4K on the stock, but I should have been up at least like 12,000 minimum. I missed a big 70-cent trade looking at my hotkey, like making sure my finger was on the right area. Missed that trade. Then tried to size up in the next trade, no buying power. It's like $1.80, $2 a share of opportunities I missed. Maybe that would have given me the confidence to keep chasing it here, you know? But now it is too late. It is too late, brother. I am cooked. There's the drop. There she is. Buying because I'm a madman. Damn, I sold for like 70 cents. It's too small of a trade. Okay, noted. We got to be careful of a halt down. Yep, we got to be careful of that. It's where you can get caught in the halt down easily. Day trading. What would I do without you? Fuck, I know there's no way I sold that early, bro. This is an embarrassment. Hold up. Oh my god. That is terrible. Bro, I got the dip at 14.12. I thought I sold at least 15 plus. It's saying I sold at 14.46. I am cooked. I'm cooked. There's no way that just happened. This thing bounced up to 16.50 and I sold for 30 cents. The ask was at least at 15 something. That means well, I don't know. Maybe I just sold early, but there's no way I just did that, bro. In that high risk of a trade. Even the students here did better than me on that one. Element, shout out to you for holding your position and not fumbling the trade. Damn, bro. Unacceptable. VSME, we're at the green. I'm a little skeptical because of the chart, but, you know, it's curled up. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. We're going to go to dual screen. We're going to pull up the scanner here. I got this stock on my other screen, but again, I'm skeptical. But it seems like it's good. Maybe I'm on the sideline a little too long here, seeing it curl. All right. I definitely didn't get in at the VWAP, so I got to be extremely careful here to not get caught slipping. Guys, hit that thumbs up. Can we get up there to 369 likes? Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I'll show you guys my P&L in a little bit. P&L is looking decent, but we fumbled the day. Bro, hold up. I'm a maniac, bro. Okay, no. My thing updated. I sold it 14.90. Okay, that makes more sense for where the ask was. All right. Dip at $4, holding up. High of day currently at 538. This stock looks like it could do something here. So I'm interested, but I want to be careful of it failing miserably, just in case, because we saw some weakness today that we didn't really see in prior days. Damn. Fair enough. All right. I got to get ahead of the game here. Got to get ahead of the game. VSME. The halt is at 517. I'm wondering if I need to be careful of a big flush. If not, we could push over the whole dollar here over time. Just being patient. Watching and waiting. VSME. Looking to regain a good rhythm. And if this one is the one to go to 15, 20 bucks next, We have to make sure we don't fumble. What's the time? 10:23 a.m. Is it kind of stock that it takes its time to get going, but then when it does, you know? Well, oh. Son of a gun. What's my average? Boy, don't you cook me like that. Bro, I can be so great, man. I'm only scratching the surface of what I can do here. This is going back to 450. Because it has no choice. Bro. I'm going to chase it here. Does it have what it takes? Oh, there's a seller. Did I lose on that trade or what? I should have made more. Chasing it maybe into that seller was not a good idea. Seller, at the moment I bought, then I saw the seller popping up. As long as it doesn't give a false breakout is the big key here. We cannot afford a false breakout on this stock, in this moment, in this level, in this area. We need this thing whenever it does go. It needs to hold. And then we will be sure that we have a good stock. Because the next level is basically halting up at Hive Day. Can we assure ourselves a Hive Day halt up on this one? Damn it, man. I had to be careful of my fills. You know what happened? I took a big, when it broke down for a new low, I kind of took a big loss there before clawing my way back. Bro, what the fuck, bro? How do I get filled there, bro? Steve, I don't. Steve, they're cooking me, brother. Steve, they're cooking me. I might get KB. Bro, this fucking platform, man, it's gonna make me go mad. I gotta change my settings. I think something in my Webull settings need to change. Like if I try to sell like more than once fairly quickly, it's like freezing up my order and giving me notifications. So I think I gotta, you guys know I've been using Sage and the other one for the most part. So this is going to $5 in my opinion. If we get through 460, I believe the stock will go to 5. Does it have what it takes? Put me to sleep, why don't you? Do something for me, please. Please do something. Do not keep me here getting cold feet. I'm diamond handsing this trade and not getting rewarded. Will we go? We got to 450, but 460 is the level I really want to see us getting through. 460, then this thing can reach 5 plus. I'm diamond handsing this trade and just hoping and praying that it resolves. If not, I am cooked. I'll be booked, cooked, and in the depths. Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. And I'm paper handing the trade finally. Just the risk of like being green on realize is that you can sell. Oh my gosh. You can sell and take the gains and the stock could keep going. And then you'll be like, man, I sold too soon. Or like right there, I didn't take 50 cents on realize and then sold flat. Which it does sting. You know, Ross says you can't go broke taking profits. Well, there's no way I'm red on VSME, you know? Like, I'm still red on it. I didn't take the gains. Maybe that wasn't a smart move. If I can scrape together a good end to the day, I'll look to size up even more tomorrow. But if we're fumbling too much and having too many issues, we're gonna just maintain share size. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I'm gonna show my P&L like the moment it cools down a little bit. You know, we're holding it as a small surprise here. We're gonna get the drum roll going. We're gonna get a few guesses in the chat, and then we're gonna post. I don't know what to think of this stock right here, you know? I'll throw out an order just for the sake of the culture and the community. And if it blazes me into the depths, then so be it. I am maxing, R-maxing. R-maxing, getting me cooked. Oh, Hat, are you watching this? Oh, I mean, we are above the VWAP still, though. It might be out there trying to scalp it a little too early. It's our third time. The third time is never good. So I'm a little panicky. It might flush down here. Will it hold one last time? One last hurrah? Or is it over? She might be sinking like the Titanic. Shipwreck Cove. For all my Pirates fans. The stock is being resilient, which is good, but it's making me a little nervous in some areas where, you know, I'd expect it to give a push and we're kind of sluggish. And then DSY did curl back up. Bro, I could have been... Bro. I just got to keep going for it. Tomorrow I got to just increase, bro. I just got to increase because all these trades could have been with more. can't allow myself to be left in the depths as all the students are rejoicing in the sunshine. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to hold my hand to do it, you know? Got to come up here with my big boy pants and just be my best self and manage risk to the best of my abilities. And that can give me the comfort I need to just trade away. All right. Weeble. Yeah, I got to fix my Weeble. When I sell twice, it doesn't sell. It only sells once. Getting too much slippage on that nonsense. All right, I'm going to ease off on this one here unless it curls back up. I think that's it. Okay, I'll show you guys my P&L. Can we get some guesses? Will we get some good guesses here? How did you guys do today, first and foremost? How did the YouTube live stream do today? I'm going to post a chat room link for you guys because in the next 30 minutes, we're going to shut it down. And let's see. Yeah, we're going to shut it down in the next 30 minutes. If you guys want to join the conversation for just 14 bucks, which is quite cheap, you guys can. Coming back to single screen. Big Steve, I wish. Bad, minus 150 on paper, plus 1600, minus 500, 3.6. Dash saying plus 5K for Pastor. Dash, man, you know, Dash, in that DM I sent you, man, you gotta reconsider it for good old Pastor, brother. Between you and I, you have to consider it for good old Pastor, man. For where the team has come, for where you are, and the amount that Pastor has given to the community. You got to trust the Pastor on this one. And you know, we'll have our own private talk. WCT is halting up here. Actually, false halt. Bit of a false halt. Did we get to the halt level? Maybe not quite. WCT over VWAP pre-market highs at 470s. There could be some opportunities here. Bro, I held that trade like a champion. I was in at 406 and the stock is at 450. I didn't sell. I thought so much that I was gonna make the new high at 5. I got cooked. Blazed. I'll hold on sharing the P&L. We got to trade this one here. Small size first. Highs are at 324. I'm just gonna throw out a trade just to see what it wants to do, and then go from there. Got to get my toes wet, and then groove into it. Shit, damn, man. Why does it have to be so fast? I tell you. You know, when I'm here by myself, this is how I'm complaining, you know? Sometimes I forget that I'm in the live stream. I didn't get a good fill. I tried, but there's a bid. There's a bid. Zero reaction from that bid, which is interesting. Damn, that's why those shares got cooked. People were just getting ready to sell. Maybe I give it some more time. I do like that it's holding above the VWAP, but so far I'm getting chopped. Well, glad to see most people did well. If you're not in the green, As usual, it's the same thing, right? We have to make sure we continue to study, we continue to review, we continue to refine, and just try to let the small green days build up when you can, and then let that add to your confidence, and then try to size up a little bit more. Yeah, this thing has potential. I should have took it again, but what's the high? 324. When we go, can it hold? That'll be a big question here. Can we see 340? If we see 340, can we hold? There's 330. Not quite the breakout I'd want to see right there. A bit of a double top if you ask me. Can we try again here in the next 30 seconds perhaps? There's 22, 23. Can we see 30, 35, 40? Can we rip? Show us 25, 30, 35. Come on. There's 29 and back down to 15, back down to 10, back down to 01. So it's still in this consolidation. It didn't really quite break out. Oh, okay. Come on, come on, come on. More, more. You see what happened there is that it went up so much that I didn't get the real entry I wanted. I had to chase it. I bought all the way to like 58, which is just quite sad. The halt level's kind of close on this one, yeah. But hopefully we halt up. If it halts up here, this will be great. This can be a nice fresh stock to fill the gap to the pre-market highs. If it halts up, this is excellent. False halt. Ah, come on. We've seen too many false halts recently. This is Marcelo's setup, by the way. Marcelo loves these halt setups, man. Hopefully he's trading the open today. Come on, lock in, lock in. The bids are kind of thin. Okay, there we go. There's some bigger bids stepping in. Big Steve, if we're not where we want to be, we can... Oh, come on. I was going to say we can get to our destination with this stock, but... Ah, go mad right there. Sometimes you got to just size down and just, you know, get your feet wet again. JR, take it easy. Stay safe. Stay green. Way to go. What a nice day. Yeah, going back to this topic of Dash, man. Dash, you're cooking me, bro. The Pastor and Dash goes way back. Way back, man. Way back. 3 years back. The dashing trader needs to be a little dashing. And help the Pastor. Pastor in the slums. How come I don't show my P&L as I trade? Here, I'll show my P&L right now. Hold up, thanks. The stock is still moving. The stock is still moving. I'm not showing my P&L as much because I don't know. I felt like, you know, when you're going through these drawdowns, certain things go through your mind, right? Like, are people shorting against me every trade I try to take? Because at some point, like every trade I'm taking, I'm just getting destroyed. Like, so I start thinking, and you know, you guys will hear me talk about the short sellers feeling their pain, and it's why I kind of go on with those type of crazy talks. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'd rather not, you know, take the chance of just getting destroyed because people are seeing where I'm buying, and then they're shorting against me every time. There's some people out there with you know, we've seen it already in the day trading community, right? People who just they don't like you for no reason, despite you trying to work hard to elevate, you know. The stock is in a decent position. It's in a decent place. It's reminding me of VSME, but hopefully this one can hold. Do I want to go for another diamond hand kind of trade here? Is what I'm asking myself. I do have some small cushion on this one. Only a couple $100, but some small cushion. Maybe I can risk that cushion to find out if it's strong or not. High of day, 390. That halt up, we really needed it for this one to go supernova and parabolic, but false halted a couple times. Wait, what? Bro, why did level 2 do that, man? What happened? I think it dropped. Maybe somebody sold. I don't know. It's gonna spook me out of my trade. What I do like that today the VWAP has been resilient, so you know, we'll see. Damn, bro. VWAP is cooking me. All right, I think I'm gonna stop. Yeah, it's the same as VSME. It didn't hold up. The setup was good. The setup was there, but okay. Drum roll, drum roll, and drum roll. Bro, I didn't cross the milestone, Big Steve. I got booked on DSY. If I traded DSY in pre-market, I would have made way more, but again, it was just a little too thin. It was a little too thin, and so I didn't get the gains I would have wanted. But what's the math? Somewhere around 8,000. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll smile. It's not the day I thought I could have gotten. But again, DSY was the hottest stock in pre-market, and I wasn't able to trade it. I also gave back 1K off my highs in pre-market when I was like up about 2K because I broke my rules and over traded a stock after it did a red to green. In those situations, I'm supposed to be more careful, smaller size, less trades. Instead, I tried to push too hard, and I went from 1,800 on that ticker down to, was it VSME or was it something else? I don't know. Down to like 1K. Yeah, it was VSME actually in pre-market. So I was at 1,800 and it was my biggest stock at that time. I overtraded it because so avoidable and lost right there. Bro, I'm not mad. I'm very happy, especially relative to the last few weeks and months of my trading. But at the same time, we got to try to push for more because the market is so hot, you know? I'm smiling and taking the green and moving on. I tell you, yesterday was more hot than today for sure. And I think yesterday and the day before, which was that Monday. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday was maybe neck and neck for being just as hot. Today took a step down at the open, especially. I would say pre-market was still decent, still on par. But with the false breakouts early, some traders might have gotten discouraged. Some people might have said, hey, you know what? I'm green pre-market. I'm walking away. You know, guys like Ross, once they see that first 10 minutes, they're like, nah. So I think maybe like 30% of traders might have left, which caused the volume to maybe, you know, subside. Kitty, what's up? What's up? Good to see you back in the chat with that big P&L the other day. Oh my goodness. Today I don't want to I mean I'll stick around a little longer, but today I don't want to overdo it because I've been getting headaches. I've only been sleeping 6 hours a day for the last like 2-3 weeks. And I think when I'm staying in front of the screens too long, I'm getting the headaches. However, in the past, in February of 2024, when I looked back at the month at the end of it, there's a day where I left because I had a headache where I could have doubled the day. So maybe I just take a few painkillers here. But we'll see. Raw still trading. Nice. Up 141. Ross, bro. Raw. I mean, even the guys in our chat room, like there's some guys in our chat doing 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 in all those categories these last couple of days. And there's a couple of guys who did 170 and another guy that did 200K like back to back. All of these numbers that I mentioned, everyone who did those numbers did them like twice. So, you know, imagine what you can do with an extra, you know, 120K in your account, 300K in your account, 400K in your account the last 3 days. Obviously, we have to pay our taxes first, which does suck. But once you get past taxes and 33% of our money goes to chaos and things that I do not want, I want better roads, bridges, and tunnels. Have you guys driven through New York recently? Like the city? It's awful. Potholes are everywhere. SNBR, by the way, cheaper stock. Driving through New York is like a disaster right now. New Jersey, no better. Even like in the nice areas, some of the roads are just awful. And there's no way we're paying all these taxes to just our roads being so depsy. Our healthcare system in this country is kind of cooked. We need to bring in some socialism, I think, because there's too much for profit, you know? It's good for the markets, but in terms of like livelihood and lifestyle, if you're not participating in the market, you're going to be at a severe deficit due to the inflation of prices just going up because the entire circle of the ecosystem is designed to scam the other person, right? Quick example, I got into a fender bender, took my car to this garage that's connected to my insurance company. One of my headlights just had a small scuff on it, right? That could have easily been buffed out, not even more than 5 minutes of work. They replaced the entire headlight and housing system. One headlight is like $4,000, right? So they're robbing the insurance then the insurance is going to then rob me, and then it's just going to keep going in this cycle of just nonsense. You know, this is what sadly I'm seeing more and more of. There's no fairness. There's no American dream. There's only find a really high income skill, and then utilize that gain to build businesses and invest in the market, or just be nothing forever. Is sadly what it looks like when I look at what this country is today. You know, so. And then when they do the audit on a airline, what's it called? An aircraft carrier, they do an audit. One mop stick costs 16,000, one broom 10,000, and then we just continue to pay taxes and nobody cares. It's like, what's the system, you know? So hopefully we can see some change. And this has been the case with every administration, right? The current administration, the last 20 administrations, has all been the same thing. Democrat, Republican, left or right, everything is the same thing every time. And it's just nonsense. So hopefully the market can continue to bless us so we can stay ahead of the nonsense. But even when it's slower times, we're still grateful because of days like this, weeks like this, months like this, where we can capture some opportunities. Tomorrow, I'm going to look to maybe push even a little bit more. And a little bit more. But I got to get out of here, actually. It's Wednesday. Tomorrow, we're booked. So we got to go take care of some things. I'll catch you guys later. I don't know if it's my turn to do a recap. If it is, I'll do one. If not, maybe Marcelo. Bro, I'm rich and I'm saying this. So... But I do see people around me who are not rich, who are not wealthy. But the point I'm trying to make is that they work hard, right? Our sanitation workers, our city workers, the teachers, the firefighters. It's like you're a firefighter saving lives and you're making $90K a year in New York City. Good luck. That's just the point I'm trying to make. Not 100% socialism, obviously, but 10% socialism. I think could maybe, because you can't, the scenario I gave, right? You can't argue against that scenario of the insurance company replacing the entire headlight. Not the insurance company, the garage connected to the insurance company, right? Replacing the entire headlight rather than buffing it out and charging them a fair price. Do you see the cycle? Obviously, if you own a business, which, I own a business, I'm just able to see it from both perspectives, right? As somebody who was dirt poor, as somebody who's making money versus people who are in the middle, people who I see, friends, family. It's kind of crazy, right? But, this channel is not a political channel, so we'll keep it to a minimum. And we do like that people are sharing their opinions, though, right? That's always good. But all peace, all love, and let's keep making some money. I started a whole debate. If you want to continue your debate, watch this. If you want to continue your debate, come and pay me money to join the chat room to fund my business. Quite cynical. Where's the chat room link? Right? If we don't want any ounce of any socialism would be me giving the chat room for free, right? Maybe that'll probably even be communism. Come and continue the conversation and pay me money. Capitalism 101. All right, take care. That's a joke. Don't take it anyway. Just, a bit of a teaser there. But in all seriousness, let's continue to be disciplined. Let's continue to be patient if you're going the distance. Even if you're not where you want to be on the day, if you're max loss, slightly red, flat, small green, or even if you're big green and you would have wanted more, let's just remember to keep working, keep studying so that we can be slightly better for the next time. It's not the end of the world. Do not lose perspective of the marathon. At the end of the day, this is just 3 days of thousands, tens of thousands of days that are going to come for us looking to be here for, you know, years and decades and decades. So keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that we can study from these days because they will happen again. You know, we've seen it, whether it's February 2024, November 2024, or January 2025. There's been multiple spurts and stretches of this type of opportunity. And there's only going to continue to be more catalysts because the market will be here. So let's stay disciplined. Let's stay locked in. Let's stay focused. And let's keep pushing. All right. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Stay green. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe to the channel. Remember our disclaimer. Day trading is risky. And be careful of fake accounts. We will never message you first. Not myself, nor the lead team. Take care. Again, last P&L. 8K on the day. 8K on the day. $8,000. Stay safe. Stay green.